Okay, I'm going to start with mixing the two primaries, red and yellow, to get our color wheel colors on here. Now, when you're using tempera acrylic paints, you want to use a dry brush. Later on, when we're using watercolors, you'll be wetting your brush. But for this particular media, you're going to be using a dry brush. Now, we've got the circles labeled, and two of them are labeled, one yellow, one red. So I'm going to go ahead and paint those in, just the pure color out of the bottle. This doesn't have to be perfect, but just close. Okay. Now I want to, before I paint the red, I want to get this yellow paint out of my brush. So I'm going to swirl it around in my water and use my paper towel to get my brush as dry as I can. All right, and then the red one. Okay. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to rinse this out again because I've got quite a bit of red on my brush. I don't want that much. Now what you're going to be doing is mixing yellow orange, orange, and red orange. When you're mixing your colors, you want to take the darkest color a little bit at a time and mix it into the lighter color. So I'm going to take a little bit of red and mix it into the yellow. So I'm going to start by doing yellow orange because I'm going to increase the red each time. I take a little bit of red. You'll see the darker colors go a long way. A little bit of red on my brush. I'm mixing in here. Now yellow orange, this needs to be more yellow than orange. So I think probably right about here is probably good. Okay. And paint that one on. That one looks pretty good. Orange is going to take a little more red. Now when you're mixing, when you're getting your secondary colors, your oranges, your purples, your greens, like for instance orange, you don't want it to look more yellow than red, and you don't want it to look more red than yellow. This might need a tad more red. I'd say that's probably a pretty good orange right there. Okay, and then red orange, a little more red into my orange there. Now you guys can work in pairs if you want, taking turns mixing the colors, but you will need to each do your own worksheet. I'm probably a little more red. And there's my red orange. I'm ready to move on to the next step. Rinse out my brush. I'll do each set in a different video. That's red and yellow.